Straight people, we need to talk. What the fuck is going on? I'm your host, not for possession, Mother Malfoy, and welcome to hell. So, I originally had a completely different video planned for this week, but some fuck shit happened, as often happens when I have different videos planned. So, we're gonna have to get into this. Let's talk about straight pride, right? Because that is apparently a thing we are doing this year. Of all the times to conduct a so-called straight pride, it's pretty telling that it's in the month of June, which, as we all know, is Gay Pride Month. Now, originally I wanted to do this video as sort of like a history of gay pride and why straight pride's not needed, but honestly, I feel like that should be its own video. So for those of you who don't know, straight pride is being organized by a group that's called Super Fun Happy America, which has ties to, spoiler alert, white supremacist group, because nothing says straight pride like white supremacy. I mean, honestly, I guess those two go hand in hand now. One has to wonder how insecure you are in your sexuality that you even feel the need to have a straight pride in the first place in the month of June, and can, in all seriousness, refer to yourself and your compatriots as an oppressed majority, two words that have never gone together in the history of anything. It's also fairly telling that Milo Yiannopoulos is the Grand Marshal for the Straight Pride Parade, because nothing says straight pride like a self-loathing gay man. And if that wasn't bizarre enough, it's also pretty interesting that the organizers of Straight Pride tried to make Brad Pitt, of all people, their mascot for their event. And now they find themselves being sued because they're using his likeness without asking him. And it's led me to wonder, are straight people okay? Like, seriously. Are y'all okay? And the irony is, let's be honest here, for a parade that's touting itself as straight pride, it's gonna be a total sausage fest, because the only women who are gonna be there are like the three whose husbands like browbeat them into it. Nobody's going because they want to, at least not women, because they're not that invested in their heterosexuality. And look, I know I'm just a shrill trans screaming on the internet with no fan base, but like, are you really so insecure that you think that you need this? Besides, isn't St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo, Valentine's Day, pretty much literally every other holiday basically straight pride? Because let's be real, for an oppressed majority, you're not hurting for representation. I can't throw a stick without finding hundreds of thousands of ads, music, TV, books, movies, YouTube channels, and entire songs dedicated to straight people, straight love, and straight couples. Like, honestly, it's kind of a lot, but I get it. You know, it must be so tiring to be the main character of anything. You just want to be the sassy sidekick. You want to be the friend who listens to all your girl's problems, or the shopping buddy, or the one who gets nails done with them. Maybe you just want to be a manicurist or a hairstylist, or the PA with a bad attitude but a heart of gold. Or maybe you just feel like it's not fair because all those gay actors are just getting all of those good action roles. I mean, really. And I mean, can you even watch a TV show without some random homoerotic joke buried so deep within it that you literally need a magnifying glass to find it? I mean, that's exhausting. Why should you have to deal with that? And honestly, how many YA novels do we really need about gay youth? I mean, isn't one like a decade enough already? And don't even get me started on gay marriage. I mean, it's been legal 5 whole years and nobody's stopped them. I mean, come on, that's like excessive. Won't someone think about the children? I mean, all those children in foster care, they don't need just any parents, they need straight parents to make sure they turn out straight and produce more straight kids, because that's how it works. You, the heteros, are the truly oppressed. I don't know how you do it. How do you walk down the street holding the hand of your love, not wondering what it would be like if someone just beat the shit out of you for it? I can't imagine how hard it must have been for you to never have to talk about your sexuality until recently because no one cared enough to ask. How rude of them. How dare they not ask, are you straight? I can't imagine what it must feel like to never have your sexuality questioned or criticized. Just have it validated automatically and be the assumption. I can't imagine how hard that must be for you. How do you do it? Well, I, for one, salute you heterosexuals, because if you don't fight against the silenced minority, who will? You're on the brink of a new civil rights revolution. I honestly don't know what to say about all of this. You know, I like to speak from the heart. It's what I do. I think that's what makes my channel special. I like to, where I can, I usually have notes when I say something, but I like to have, you know, just a moment where I'm very, very serious and genuine and all of that. But right now, I'm very much at a loss for words. I'm not surprised by any of this, to be honest. I think in this day and age, where we are currently in our political climate, I'm actually the least surprised that I ever could have been that this happened. And I'm more annoyed than anything. See, this isn't working. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I should probably film a sign off. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, you know what? No, I'm not going to do a sign off because this is ridiculous. Like, this is ridiculous. This is not acceptable. And if we're just going to sit around and pretend like it's acceptable, then I don't know how to make a serious video about this shit. Because we are living in a world where a group of people who are so uncomfortable with their sexuality decided that it was a good idea to create a straight pride parade to... What exactly are you celebrating? And if you really think that gay pride has anything to do with celebrating, I think you have actually lost what is left of your collective minds. And it's not surprising that all of this comes back to white supremacy, because honestly, of course it does. Really, is anyone listening to this the least bit surprised that those two are related? Because I'm fucking not. When I read that, I was like, yeah, that sounds about right, because why wouldn't it be? I'm done. I have my notes. I made the video I made. Let's see what comes of that. Because right at this moment, I cannot fathom trying to film a legitimate video that doesn't have these notes and that wasn't filmed the way I did. So let's hope that it's actually watchable, because otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do.